talk to you. It's a new season, and it's always nice to start off the season 1-0.
No doubt, and that was certainly the goal going into today is just let's win that first game. And I kind of kidded them yesterday. We win the first game, we're in first place in the ACC. So, yeah, it was just a good win. We had a tough, I think, fifth inning with Dawson. And, and they got some key hits kind of when they needed them. Then our bullpen again just came in and did a great job for us. Busse, outstanding in the end. And I really thought Compton's play with Manley in the game down the line, that kind of gave us a chance. And then home run by Ruby in the bottom half of that inning, and then that just gave us the momentum to keep going.
And Ruby seems to be so far the unsung hero of the team. He just has that knack for getting the big hit.
He's a hard worker. Everybody likes him. He's a great competitor. And he does. He just has that knack for coming up big in some big moments, and had a couple just really big hits for us tonight. But the home run just really gave us a lot of momentum.
You mentioned the rough fifth inning for Dawson Brown, but outside of that, how would you say he finished up his start today?
I honestly thought that other than I guess his second start of the year, that's the best one he's had. Threw more strikes, hit a couple guys kind of in the inning where they, scored on us, but they really didn't hit the ball extremely hard on him. But I thought he threw the ball better, and and I know he and Burrell have kind of been working on a couple things, and we saw, I think, some really good stuff from him tonight.
And you got Christian Campbell back in the lineup for the first time since opening day. It seems like due to some hot bats between Sinise and Romano, you may have a little bit of a situation on your hands.
Yeah, both those guys are playing really well. Nico, I thought that was just big for him. In the seventh inning, he put that ball in play with 2 strikes, and they had a hard time making that play. But Nico's played well, and I think Christian Campbell certainly is a good player, got on base a couple times tonight. And then Jackson is kind of right in there too. I think he's healthy enough to play now, and you said it's a good problem to have.
Going back to Dawson, I guess as a starter, one of the things he's going to have to learn is how to stay away from that big inning, and when you get a guy on, not let that rattle you at all, and just hang in there.
No doubt, and I think I'm sure that's something that we'll talk to him about, but yeah, he's just got to be able to stay calm. And the guy did smoke him with that ball up the middle. I mean, that hit him hard, but he kind of hung in there, and he wanted to stay in, and there was nothing that we would take him out for, but that it does rattle you a little bit.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, you have the doubleheader, and I guess one of the best things about today's game was you only used 2 guys out of the bullpen, so you should be in pretty good shape going into tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be 18 innings of baseball, and I think all the guys that threw today could certainly be available tomorrow. They certainly wouldn't pitch in both games tomorrow, but we can probably pick and choose a spot for all 3 of those guys to use them if we have a chance to win.
Have you made a decision on, how you'll start your guys tomorrow?
So Finley's going to throw the first game, and then we'll figure out kind of after that, where we need to go in game 3.
Okay. Now, last time when Finley was pitching last Sunday, when he was out, you also took him out as the DH. Do you see him doing both ways again, game 1 on tomorrow?
That is something we've talked about. Probably going to think about that. I don't know which way I'm going to go, with it now, but it is something we talked a little bit just briefly about today, and it was more around which game are we going to pitch him in, and we just felt like for him, and if we do want to hit him either in one or both games, pitching in the first game was the best way for us to go.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Seem to have that knack for getting the clutch hit. What kind of pitch did you hit, and did you know it was going out?
Yeah, I had 2 strikes on me, but I just tried to stick to my approach there, and I got a fastball. He left it over the plate where I was looking for it, and hit it pretty well, so I had a feeling it was out off the bat.
when you get behind the plate, you know, and Terry comes into the game, you know,
Yeah.
I imagine you have to feel pretty good.
Absolutely. I mean, I would just say I've been feeling great with all our pitchers on the mound this year. They've all done a great job, but Terry's definitely rolling. I think everyone on the team feels really good when he gets up there, and so if we can put ourselves in a position where we have a lead in the 8th and the 9th, I think we have a good chance to win the game.
Do you notice what the expressions on the hitters, you know, when they face some of his pitches?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, I had to spend the whole fall and pre-spring facing him myself, so I know what it's like. And you know, you got to build a good approach against him. And you know, even still, he's got really good stuff, and he seems to be doing a good job. And so, you know, hopefully he can keep it rolling.
I know with the pitch selections, it seemed like you were trying to work inside a lot tonight. Did that lead to the number of hit batters?
Yeah, I mean, I think their team was standing up in the box on the plate. They're just the type of guys that are going to do anything they can to get on base and grind at bats. And so, you know, anything close on the inner half inside, you know, they were letting it hit them. You know, we work on the same thing. Getting hit by pitches gives you a chance to get on base and score runs. And so, you know, they were doing the same thing, and we just got to keep throwing it in there and just trusting that it's going to work.
I know Coach likes you behind the plate, catching doubleheaders. Is that something you're up for?
Yeah, I'm ready to go tomorrow, whether they need me for one or two. You know, Tyler Minnick's been catching the games on Saturday and doing a great job as well. And so whichever way they decide to write the lineup, I think will work out for us.
You know, you mentioned Tyler Minnick. You know, he's obviously an early enrollee, supposed to be a senior in high school. What's that relationship between you two been like? Is it more of a competition, or are you kind of like a mentor for him?
No, I say we get along real well. Definitely looking to help each other out. He's really impressed me. He's a hell of a player, and so, you know, for him to get this experience now at his age, when he keeps growing up and continuing his career here, you know, I think he's definitely going to be a guy that makes a mark.
All right, thanks, Jack. The Sunday game moved up to a doubleheader. How does that affect you coming out of the bullpen? Can you go back-to-back games, you know, today and maybe tomorrow?
Yeah, I've done that a lot in my career, just like especially in JUCO, I did that a lot, so, you know, it's not really a problem. But they're kind of talking about, like, they were either going to use me, like, longer today or just, like, back-to-back days. But, so it looks like they're trying to get me to go back-to-back days.
Now, after you hit the first batter you faced, kind of what did that do to your mentality and your mindset the rest of your outing?
Well, first off, it just kind of threw me off because, like, the pitch was a strike. But, yeah, I mean, still just, like, attack the zone, go right after hitters. You know, nothing really changes, just reset.
Psychologically, how big is it to get that first out in the ninth inning, and knowing you can come back, you know, and work your pitches?
It's good. Getting the first out's always good. You know, you like want to work ahead, first pitch strike, get the leadoff guy out, makes it a lot easier. But you know, if he does get on, it doesn't really matter either. You know, still the same thought process and just attacking hitters.
How big a lift was it for the team to see that home run by Rubenstein go over the right center field wall?
That was huge because we were pretty much scratching and clawing all game. You know, they had that big inning, and that kind of like we knew we had some work to do, and that kind of you know, ignited us. And you know, we knew we had it with our you know, King and Manley, two guys who've been really solid for us all year. And then you know, just pass it back, next man up.
Now, pitching 2 innings, you know, as a closer, is it the typical way? Obviously, once you get to the advanced levels, but how do you kind of keep your repertoire the same, you know, through all of that, through the 27 pitches you threw tonight?
So you're saying like in between innings?
Yeah.
For me, I just kind of like keep moving around. Don't want to get like cold or stiffen up or anything like that. You want to keep the body moving, and then I just throw some weighted balls into the wall, pretty good intent, and that helps.
Your first ACC game against a team from up your part of the country, what was your impression? How did it feel to be out there?
It was good. I mean, growing up, I kind of grew up as a Notre Dame fan. You know, it's real close, like an hour away. So, I mean, the game was kind of special for me, just going out there from like a hometown team. So it was just kind of cool to go out there and be able to dominate.
Did you hear from them at all when you decided to transfer?
No, I didn't. So a little chip there.